I'm back with results of my second step of my journaling by 5's. Step 2 was to add bits of paper and scraps and recycled items, you know, whatever. So, I still need to go back through and glue some of these down more, but I just grabbed this. I have this jar of random circles that I've cut that hasn't been being used. I figured I'd slap a few of those on there. I had this little bag of bits of scraps of text, and then I had these random leftover, it's like Asian tissue paper. And I had some of this and some other pieces you'll see show up. So here's my flip. Like I said, some of these need to be glued down more. I might come back through and do a nice layer of matte medium or something on it, just to make sure all the images, the ink, or not ink, but paint stays down, but we'll get to that later. Oh, and after the last session, I came through and I used decorative edged scissors on the edge of my pages. I just thought it would be kind of fun to have this. Here's one of them. There's one little decal. So, just something extra. Alright. Oh, and these black circles, I had a few jelly pens that were messed up and wouldn't write, so I broke them open and I took the ink and just used it on a big, was it 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and just went to town on it with all the colors. And then I went back through with my circle punch and punched a bunch of circles out, so there's a few of those in here. Alright. This here is paper that had gold and other sprays on it, so I just ripped it up so I could add it in on pages. I think some of these will be really cool spots for doing some doodling on. Apparently I missed when I glued that down. That needs to be lower. Yeah, this wax paper is a good tip because some of this stuff is messy. And I just used some of this Elmer's glue. I'm trying to use it up, not drag it around with me because the cap doesn't close properly, and I think I've got about, you know, that much left in there. More of that shiny paper. I think it's actually grocery bag that I sprayed on. This was some leftover paper from gift bags that I had bought. The main piece of the gift bag is being used as book covers. But when I had the little gusseted parts at the bottom that weren't going to be of any use on anything, I found the spots where I could cut some circles out, and I had a bunch of those in my little container. And most of these things I tried to stick down with no reason whatsoever, but obviously somewhere here and there I felt like I needed to go with some kind of a pattern, but for the most part it was random. Random with the grabbing of the circles. You know, I tried not to pick any specific colors. For some reason both of my dogs think they need to be under my table right now. This one I think I did grab the yellow ones on purpose. Oh, that's alright. Aesthetic texture, right? Yeah, you can't tell on some of the pages that I put a lot of the text paper, but there is quite a few. This is where I started running out of the cutout ones and had these bigger pieces. I didn't go too crazy with the paper part, just because I kind of like some of the stuff that had happened with the paint. I didn't really want to cover too much of it up. But I wanted to make sure to get a few pieces on each page so that I accomplished the, you know, that particular step of adding collage bits in here. And here's some of that Asian tissue paper. And that's the last page. So my next step, I do believe, pattern, stamps and stencils. So I've already done a stamping with the rolly thing. So I'm going to use just stencils on this next one and add different things to that. So I still have all of my stencils here. So I will use that when I get to the next batch. I'm not sure when that will be, but hopefully not before too long. And I want to figure something out for the cover too. Maybe I'll just gesso it for now so it's not so, hello, look at me, I'm an advertisement still, you know what I mean? Fun stuff. Alright, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for my next video with my next step, and please like and subscribe. Take care. Bye.